Hi everybody, this is the second lecture of your English language course. As you may know that the series of lectures will be presented by me, Dr. Ahmed Khafaji, and my colleague, Dr. Shamam Nasser. The elements covered in this lecture will be based on the Unit 2 of your textbook New Headway Upper Intermediate. These elements are present perfect, simple and continuous. Hot verbs to cover make and do. Everyday English to cover exclamations. So I will give you a brief introduction to the present perfect. There are four main aspects we have to know before we go ahead. First, many languages have a past tense to refer to past time and a present tense to refer to present time. English has these two, but it also has the present perfect, which relates past action to the present. So what we need to say here that the English language share the same concept in terms of past tense and past time. However, it is unique in having present perfect. This first point. The second point is the use of past simple roots and action in the past with no explicit connection to the present. When we come across a verb in the past simple, we want to know when. So the action is started from the past. This is the root, okay? So all the aspects of the present perfect share the same fact that the action started in the past, okay? But we want to know when. The third point is that the use of the present perfect always has a link with the present when we come across a verb in the present perfect. We want to know how this affects the situation now. So we started from the past and we need to know the effect for the present. We need to know this effect in the current situation. 4. In order to sum up with these points, we need to compare these sentences. I lived in Rome, but not anymore. So this is simple past, where the action started in the past. I lived in Rome in the past, but I don't live in Rome anymore. I've lived in Rome, Paris, and New York. I know all these cities now, so I have lived in Rome, Paris, and New York. Okay, so yes, I lived for short time in the past in Rome, but my knowledge about these cities still continue to the present, to the current situation, okay? I've been living in New York for 10 years. I have been living in New York for 10 years and I'm living there now. So now my living started in the past and is still until now. So I'm living there now. She's been married 3 times. She has been married 3 times. So she is still alive. She's not dead yet. Okay? While She was married 3 times. She was married 3 times. She's dead now. She is not still alive. Did you see the Rainer exhibition? Did you see the Rainer exhibition? It's finished now. So, the Rainer exhibition was open in the past, but it's closed now. While, have you seen Rainer exhibition? Have you seen the Rainer exhibition? It's still on. It's still open. Did you see the program on TV? Did you see the program on TV? So what I'm thinking is I'm thinking of the one that was on the last night. Okay? The TV was seen last night. Okay? So it's not running anymore. Did you enjoy the film? Did you enjoy the film? So something about said as we are leaving the cinema. Have you enjoyed the holiday? Have you enjoyed the holiday? Said near the end of the holiday. Near the end of the holiday. So the holiday is still not finished yet. Where have I put my glasses? Where have I put my glasses? I want them now. So I need my glasses now. So I'm searching about them. So I need my glasses now, or I want them now. While where did put my glasses? I had them a minute ago, right? I had them a minute ago. So I'm speaking here about something that that I already had, then I lost them now. It rained yesterday. It rained yesterday. Past time. Okay. It's been snowing. It has been snowing. There is snow still on the ground. Now, present perfect, simple, and continuous have 3 main uses. First, to describe unfinished past. This is the first use. The second use, when I'm speaking about the present result. And third use is the indefinite past. So first, unfinished past. The verb action here begin in the past as usual, okay, and continues to the present. It possibly goes on into the future as well, right? With the continuous may goes. There is a possibility for the action to go on to the future. For example, we've lived in this house for 20 years. We have lived in this house for 20 years. Sorry, I'm late. Have you been waiting long? Have you been waiting long? I've been a teacher for 5 years. I've been a teacher for 5 years. I've been working at the same school all that time. I've been working at the same school all that time. There are a few notes we need to know. First, there is sometimes little or no difference between the simple and the continuous. Sometimes, okay, there is either no difference or if there is a difference, so this gonna be like very unsensible, let's say, difference. I've played, I have played, I have been playing tennis since I was a kid. I have been playing tennis since I was a kid. So the action started in the past, continues here now. There is a very little difference. In the second example, I just referred to the action when was started. Another note, the continuous can sometimes suggest a more temporary situation. For example, the simple can sound more permanent. The simple can sound more permanent. I've been living with a host family for 6 weeks. I have been living with a host family for 6 weeks. The castle has stood on the hill overlooking the sea for centuries. The castle has stood on the hill overlooking the sea for centuries. Okay, so this suggests yes, temporary action, but it continuous. The continuous can sometimes suggest a more temporary situation. Another note is certain verbs, by definition, suggest duration. So here the type of verb, we have to focus on the type of verb. Okay. For example, wait, rain, snow, land, sit, lie, play, and stay. They are often found in the continuous form. Often found in the continuous form. For example, it's been raining all day. It has been raining all day. She's been sitting reading for hours. She has been sitting reading for hours. Now, we need to remember that state verbs rarely take the continuous. For example, I've known John for years. I can't say I've been knowing John. Okay, so even me, I can't say it, right? So it's not correct to say I have been knowing. Another example, how long have you had that car? How long have you had that car? I can't say, have you been having that car? I've never understood why she likes him. I have never understood why she likes him. I can't say I've never understanding, right? Because understand as a verb or know, okay, or even have these state verbs. I can't use them as like a continuous form. Now, second, the present results. When I need to use the present perfect to show the present result. The verb action happened in the past. As I said, this is true in all the form of the present perfect, okay? But usually the recent past, sometimes this past is a recent past, and the results are usually, this is recent past, and the results of the action are relevant now. The results of the action relevant now. It's related to the situation now. For example, you've changed. What have you done to yourself? You have changed. What have you done to yourself? I've lost some weight. I have lost some weight. So I started the diet just in near past. Okay. That's why I have lost some weight. I've been doing some exercise. I have been doing some exercise. So the exercise is not like in far past, just in a recent past. I'm covered in mud because I've been gardening. I am covered in mud because I have been gardening. In this use, the simple emphasizes the completed action. The continuous emphasizes the repeated or ongoing activities over a period of time. Some notes again. Certain verbs by definition suggest a short action. These verbs are, for example, start, find, lose, begin, stop, break, die, decide, and cut. They are more often found in a simple form. We've decided to get married. We have decided to get married. I've broken a tooth. I have broken a tooth. I have broken a tooth. I've cut my finger. I have cut my finger. In the continuous, these verbs suggest a repeated activity. When the activity is repeated, right? So I've been stopping smoking for years. I have been stopping smoking for years. You've been losing every lately. What's the matter with you? You have been losing every lately. Everything lately. What's the matter with you? I've been cutting wood. I have been cutting wood. The use of the symbol suggests a completed action. Using the symbol, that means it suggests that the action is completed. I've painted the bathroom. I have painted the bathroom. So I have painted all the bathrooms, so nothing left. The use of the continuous suggests a possibility or, or a possibly incomplete action. So it means that there is a possibility for the action to be incompleted, right? This is in contrast to the previous example when the simple suggests a completed action. Okay, so now the continuous suggests a possibly incomplete action. For example, I'm tired because I've been working. I am tired because I have been working. Finished? Not finished? Okay, so incompleted action. Someone's been eating my chocolate. Someone has been eating my chocolates. There are some left from that chocolate. The continuous can also be found unqualified by any further information. For example, I'm wet because I've been swimming. I am wet because I have been swimming. We are tired because we've been working. We are tired because we have been working. Why are you red? I've been running. Why are you red? I have been running. The symbol sounds quite wrong in this use. I can't say I've swam. I can't say I've worked. Also, I can't say I've run. Sometimes this is little difference, or there is little difference between the past simple and present perfect. Untangible difference could be, for example, when I say, where did you put my keys? Or where have you put them? Right? There's no much difference between the two structures of the question. Now, American English, as usual, there is a it's different from British English. In American English, these sentences are correct. I mean the next examples. For example, when I say, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news? The president resigned. Did you do your homework yet? Did you do your homework yet? Your father just called me. Your father just called me. I had breakfast already. I had breakfast already. Well, for example, in the British form for the last sentences, it's better to say, I have had my breakfast, okay, already. The third use, when I refer to indefinite past, the verb action happened at an unspecified time in the past. The actual time isn't important. We are focusing on the experience at some time in our life. So these three aspects is very important when I use the present perfect to refer to indefinite past. So the verb action happened at an unspecified time in the past. I don't know what's the time was. The actual time isn't important. Okay, so I can't ignore the time, the actual time, and when I need to focus on the experience at some time in our life. For example, have you ever taken any illegal drugs? Have you ever taken any illegal drug? I'm not concerned about when this was, but I'm concerned about taking the illegal drug. I'm focusing on illegal drugs. Okay, so I don't pay attention to the time when it was. Okay, another example, she's never been abroad. She has never been abroad. So I don't need to know where is the time that she's never, because she's not, she has never been abroad. She didn't travel before. Okay? Have you ever been flying in a plane when it's hit an air pocket? Have you ever been flying in a plane when it's hit an air pocket? So the focusing on the air pocket itself, not about the time when he has been flying before, right? Now we have not. Notice these two sentences. First, she's been to Spain. She has been to Spain at some time in her life. She has been to Spain. While she's gone to Spain, she's gone to Spain, and she's there now. So the first is an example of indefinite past, right? She has been to Spain at some time in her life. I don't know. I don't need to know what that's, but at least she has been to Spain, right? While the second example is an example of the present result. Okay, so She has gone to Spain and she is there now, right? So I'm focusing on the present result. Okay, now another aspect in this lecture, explaining the hot verbs, just two of the hot verbs, make and do. Right. There are many expressions with make and do. Please, I refer you to page 18 and 19 in your textbook in order to read this text, a planet poisoned by plastic, right? So please look at these examples from your textbook, as I said, in pages 18 to 19, and please answer all the relevant questions. This is your homework. This is your responsibility to answer, right? Okay, I give you here some examples. Also, you find them in your textbook. Plastic makes our life easier. Plastic makes our lives easier. I can't say plastic does our life easier. Bags and bottles make up most of the plastic garbage. Okay, I can't say bags and bottles do up most of the plastic garbage. This is absolutely wrong. 70 local volunteers were doing their best to remove ton of garbage, right? I cannot say 70 local volunteers were making their best to remove ton of garbage. This sounds wrong. In Bangladesh, they have done away with the plastic bags. Again, it's not correct to say in Bangladesh they have made away with plastic bags. Now, for everyday English, to refer to the exclamations, right? I ask you to answer all the relevant questions for this next video, right? So please listen carefully to this video or to this record, and then you can answer all the relevant question in your textbook.
Unit 2. Script 2.9. 1.
I'll never forget my first trip to Giza and the sight of those massive stone structures. They stand just on the edge of the desert, taking you back to the time of the pharaohs. But they're surprisingly near to modern buildings, too. I kind of expected them to be right in the middle of nowhere.
2.
It's a brilliant city. We did a city tour on the first day to get a feel for the place, starting at the Reichstag. There's a viewing terrace right at the very top of the building where you get incredible views of the surrounding area. We stayed on the old east side of the wall. Even though it's been unified since 1989, there is a different feel to the two halves of the city.
3.
We were staying on the outskirts of the city, so we only had a day for sightseeing. We began at the Capitol building and walked the 2 miles to the Lincoln Memorial at the other end of the mall. It's a kind of national park with gardens and lots of important museums, like the National Museum of American History.
4. Oh, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. It really is one of India's must-see destinations. It's a magnificent white building right on the banks of the river, so you get wonderful reflections in the clear water. We also spent some time in Jaipur. I love the colourful streets in the very heart of the old city.
Tape script 2.10.
We rented a flat right in the centre. The Grand Canal was just at the end of the street. It was wonderful to be in the very heart of the city.
Tape script 2.11. 1.
Hello?
Hi Leo, we've just stopped for petrol. The sat-nav is programmed and we'll be on our way again soon.
Great, but I wouldn't rely on GPS to find us. We really are in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
Use the sat-nav as far as the village of Lower Borton.
Uh-huh.
Then head towards the village hall. There's a sign just before the river.
Right.
Go over the bridge and follow the road round the bend. It's quite narrow, so there's a 20-mile speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, carry on along that road for about a mile, and there's a sharp turn to the left.
Okay.
That's the track down to the house. Drive right to the end of that track, and that's where we are.
Gosh, that sounds a bit complicated.
You'll be fine. It's only about a 15-minute drive from the village. Ring again if you get lost.
2.
Excuse me. Sorry. How do I get out of here? I'm completely lost.
Yeah, this place is a bit of a maze. So, to get to reception, go along this corridor to the end and turn right. Go past the photocopiers, then through the design department. There are some stairs on your left, or the lift is just through the double doors, okay?
Oh, yes, I think so. So, it's to the end of the corridor and left.
No, right.
Oh, yes, yes. That's what I meant.
Good, good. Well, you can always ask again if you lose your way.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Okay.
3.
Phil, I think we're going the wrong way. We walked past that statue about 10 minutes ago.
Don't panic, Andrea. I was born here. I know this place like the back of my hand.
Ugh, heard that one before.
Sorry?
No, nothing. But I just want to find the pub before they stop serving lunch.
It's fine. We just go across the square and it's one of the roads on the right.
Oh, my feet are killing me.
It's only about a 5-minute walk. Just a bit further on and then on the right. Yeah, this is it. Oh.
Phil, this is a hairdresser's.
Yes, thank you, Andrea. I can see that. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Let's go back to the square.
Or we could just check on my phone. It does have GPS, you know. Phil? Phil!
So please complete the related question in your textbook after you listen to these conversations. See you in next classroom meeting, and meantime, hope you wish you all the best. Thank you for your listening. Bye.